Are you ready? Set. Come on! I was born in a town outside of Boston. I was raised by a swing set in the yard. Oh yeah. When I had no one to count on, just my mother on the couch, while my father swept the driveway all day long. Yeah. Oh, drinking in the sunshine all day long. Yeah. Come on. All right. When I played the drums by the time that I turned 7.
You laughed at me?
No, I'm laughing at the video.
Just not to miss a beat. Well, I had no one to play with, just a 6-string in my hands. Wishing I could play like Freeland, but I can't. You know why? I'm not a fighter. I'm a dreamer. I'm a believer.
2008, huh?
Oh God, a lifetime ago. Got my bro country hair metal poses. Look at that baby face without the beard. What was I thinking? But those guys in that video were kick-ass freaking musicians, man.
They prepared.
Yeah, they formed a band called the Ragged Impresarios right around the same time that that I was playing with them, and they've gone on to be like the opening, like the band for hire for a lot of national bands. Billy Gilman from The Voice was one. He's an old country guy who's been around for a super long time. So pretty cool. They've done well. Sorry, they've done really well for themselves.
So I see them play at that outdoor center.
You'd have to specify which one. Like we've done a lot of tweeters. Okay, cool. Let me just make sure I got it out there. Did he tag me on Facebook?
Can you feel it?
Facebook message.
Feels good.
Okay.
I tag. Yeah.
Are you ready? Set.
What would you share?
Oh, yeah.
Get the picture. Are we doing our intro? Okay. I guess.
That's my daddy, George Strait.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a commercial by Mohegan Sun. I'm kidding. Hello, welcome to PattyCakes, 1/3 of the crew from the Wicked Sister Show podcast. You know us, you love us. Tonight, after a impromptu bring-in on a Facebook Live post, message, whatever he was doing, shooting the shit, and decided that one of my longtime most favorite people in my life, my longtime friend Glenn Stewart, we decided that we needed to just kind of shoot the shit. Bear with me right now. I think I snuck in a shot before we started this. Anyway, we decided that we just needed to do a little get together, talk about some old times, talk about things that are going on, that things that have been happening in life, and reminisce on a lot of things. So without further ado, my longtime love, Glenn Stewart. What's up, buddy?
What's up, PattyCakes?
Actually,
What's
now you
shaking
gave me my
bacon?
moniker, right?
I so did. I don't remember when. I think it was maybe back on Periscope because Patty was always showing her cakes. And
I
I'm
have a
like,
picture of my cake
you know what?
shop.
PattyCakes. And she was born. So, all
So there's a
right.
thing from Periscope and from our when we do our show live. If someone says boobs, then we have to take a shot. So hopefully that's usually the key word, the clue word. Oh wait, he's shoving that in my mouth,
what you have?
baby.
That's better. I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Get your lips real close on that. Yeah. Yeah, just
You need
like
to get
that.
all in there, all deep.
How about this? How about this? Every time we say boobs, we have to take a shot.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
See, the rules just
What's
go
up?
as you start the show, right?
So I'm gonna go redneck, and I'm gonna do it from a little baby red Solo cup.
Girl, I got one right here too.
Red Solo cup,
Cup.
I fill you up.
Let's have a party. All right, let's.
So Glenn
So PattyCakes.
Glenn is from the should I say Central Mass area? If you want to get specific, yeah.
Yes, originally.
Okay. Let me take my shot. You want a shot there?
And Patty's
In
from
there?
originally the Florida area.
Yes, I'm from Fort Lauderdale. So
Wait, there
cheers.
it is right there.
Ching.
There you go. Cheers to PattyCakes.
And boob. So guys, just bear with me
Good
while I
deal.
get my bearings. I'm usually not
So here's the
one to
thing.
lead.
Last night, okay, so I've been in right. I have been in quarantine now for 7 days in my master bedroom here because
looks pretty freaking cool.
my dad had taken ill. Thanks. So I flew back home to have my dad make a full recovery. They sent him home and ended up back in the hospital 12 hours later. They never should have released him. But in that 12 hours of care, and just him being super weak and seeing a different dad, we came to find out 3 days later that he was COVID positive. So not only did I test positive, but my stepmom and her granddaughter and her son. So yes, flew back to Nashville first thing Saturday morning.
I didn't
with
know
my
Jeannie
mask.
had it.
Oh yeah, they all do. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So flew back to Nashville first thing Saturday morning. And then Saturday night, I started with this really weird tickle, annoying cough. And then later on that night, the hospital called and they're like, yeah, by the way, no, your dad's good because he had gone back in the hospital.
Yeah.
He's like, but he contracted COVID and he just tested positive. There was a outbreak that we didn't know about was happening on his floor. So
And don't you think people would feel safer in a hospital than at home?
let me tell you, and there was a big miss, right? So when I went to go see my dad, the day that they let him home the first time, okay, he was in a room with somebody else, okay? And that guy was super, super sick because every time he would breathe, it was like this heavy, heavy gurgling, almost like a straw blowing bubbles in water. And I'm like, oh, this guy's super sick. And I was getting sketched out.
Yeah.
And there's my dad, obviously no mask or whatever because he's in the hospital, right? I had my mask on. So obviously I think that was the that day or the day before is when he contracted, So I ended up calling you last night or doing a Facebook Live last night or the night before or something, brought you on, and we started playing with this idea about like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? And like the banter was getting pretty fun between us. And we're like, well, I know you do the Wicked Pisser Show. I've got a little bit of experience from back in the AAF days at Liz Wild's show.
R.I.P. AAF.
Yeah, let's try to do a podcast or something. And that's how this whole thing came aboard.
I know. I'm so glad that we finally got this together because I do remember on Dutton Street.
Oh my God.
You had a this cute little house, cute little backyard. This was like right after I met you, and you had a recording studio
Yep.
in your basement because my husband at the time, he recorded his band
Yep.
down there. Oh my God, we had kick-ass Halloween parties down there. I don't know if you did other bands or whatever, but it was just a cool little setup. And you actually approached me at that time and was like, we should do something. We should do a little morning thing. And for some reason at that time, probably because I was still kind of youngish, I was
Right.
so petrified, so scared to death. I was scared to death to even like express myself as a person. Like I had a little personality. You actually used to call me like your little Gwen Stefani. Because
Yep.
after we first met, I was singing probably, wasn't it a No Doubt song in the mall?
So, okay. So before you and I officially met,
Yeah.
okay. So we'll rewind like 20 something years, right? So I
Uh,
was working
hey,
down at the
I'm
Worcester
only
Common
19.
Outlet. Yeah, sure. Keep telling yourself that, maybe.
I'm
So I was
trying.
working down at I was working down at the Common Outlet at the Guess store, completely miserable. And you and Jill
Yeah.
McLaughlin, who we need to tag in this, by the
Yeah.
way. I'll do that right now, real quick.
Oh, she needs
Jill
to
Mc-
jump in this.
Oh,
This is so funny.
There you go. All right, I just tagged her to this. So you guys came in all trying to recruit me. I was having a miserable ass day at the store. I hated it. I hated it there. And then it was like 2 weeks later, I'm like, okay, so what's this Pacific Sunwear California thing like? So then I walk into Solomon Pond Mall, store number 98, right?
198.
198,
Yes.
right? And there's Patty. And all right, so when you go into a retail store, they've got those big, long metal rods where they like go up and poke your size and bring it down. That's called a reach pull, right? So there's Patty, bebopping all over the store. Hey, man, how you doing today? What's going on, guys? Guys, what can I help you find? What size you looking for, man? Woo! Spider web, right? I'm like all running around the store like Gwen Stefani. And like the vibe, I was like sold on the company instantly. So
Well, if
she
this chick's having
recruited me.
fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So the recruitment session worked. I went in and 5 years at PacSun and ended up becoming your boss for a while.
Yep. I loved it.
Yeah.
I
So-
benefited.
I was like, well, you know what?
Well,
But
because you let me
you're-
do stuff outside the store, like re-merchandise other stores, like in New Hampshire, and
Absolutely.
Just
But you
kinda
know
like
what
that.
though?
Yeah.
Like I find with my company right now, right? I trusted you to do your job because you knew what to do and you knew what was successful. You know, and that's what I do now with my people, where I'm at right now. You know, I work for a great organization. So
So Glenn is actually not in Massachusetts. I don't know if we said that or
Mm-mm.
not. He is in Nashville, Tennessee. Which
Yep.
is I'm totally going off track for a second, but after that explosion, have you been down in that area? Does it look crazy
No.
down there? No. Is it like
Um,
blocked off, war zone, or like what?
So the media kind of downplayed the pictures. If you really dig, like Second Avenue got completely destroyed. And I think when you were downtown, we actually went down there. Wild Horse Saloon is down there. A bunch of really great restaurants and stuff. Like literally the whole street just got wiped out. All the facades of the buildings collapsed. And I mean, it's going to take a major gut and rebuild for it to get back together. But I mean, I was still in bed. And my cell phone was blowing up that Christmas morning. They're like, "Oh my God, are you okay? You know, so what's going on in Nashville?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's Christmas morning in Nashville." So I Googled Nashville and there's a Nashville explosion. And I'm like, "Whoa, okay. Merry Christmas, Santa."
That was crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
from the chat, we have Donna McFerrin.
Oh my God, Donna.
She's saying, "Hey, Glenn."
Hey, Donna, what's shaking?
And we have Chris Reynolds checking in with both of us. What's up, buddy?
Donna, if I didn't have my sense of smell and taste lost, I'm sure I could sniff those cookies you're baking in your oven because I can see you doing them right now through my closet in the bedroom.
Why is she famous for that?
No, so me and Donna, we are huge Jody Messina fans, and we met through the Jody Messina website, the message board. So we would chat for hours and hours and
Oh,
hours.
that's cool.
And like we became like hero status on the chat boards for like the most messages
Mhm.
back and forth and stuff. And then we finally met at a Jody Messina concert at Mohegan Sun.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty
Did
awesome.
Did you open for Jody Messina?
Never opened for Jody.
Oh, I thought you did. No, you were
Nope.
just a big fan. That's right.
Yeah, a big fan. And I was supposed to actually, my friend JC Dawn name drop, hashtag JC Dawn. I was supposed to play acoustic for her band when she had gotten the opening slot for Jody Messina, but it didn't end up happening and schedules were weird. So,
But you did play for some big name acts. Opened up for.
Brad Paisley, Lady Antebellum,
Lady A.
Montgomery Gentry,
Oh.
Charlie Daniels.
Who passed away from that band?
Troy Gentry.
Oh man.
Yeah, Troy Gentry. Funny story about Troy Gentry, right? You talk about 7 degrees of separation, right? So we opened up for them guys at Indian Ranch a couple of years ago. And I was at Nashville Airport, BNA, flying back home. It was just for a visit to see my dad. And Troy Gentry, we were in the same terminal. Well, we get on the plane. He's sitting right in front of me as my phone is ringing from Indian Ranch saying, "You've got the Montgomery Gentry gig."
Holy shit. No
And
way.
I wanted to go, "Hey, see you in a few weeks. See you in a few weeks." So we did the show. It was a great show. And then 3 weeks later, it was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It was October, I think October 12th in Nashville. The company I was working for at the time, we did a walk for breast cancer. And it was breast cancer awareness. Well, he was there as well. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go up to him. We had a brief, meeting, real quick after the show and stuff. And I'm like, "Hey, Troy Gentry." He's like, "You look really familiar." I'm like, we did a gig together a couple of weeks ago at Indian Ranch, Glenn Stewart. And he's like, "Oh yeah. You guys were
Oh, that's
great."
awesome.
And it was cool. And we had some pictures taken. And then it wasn't like a year later, he got killed in that helicopter crash
Oh,
going to a
that
show or
sucks.
something like that. So
Sucks how life, does just plays out that way. Just
yeah, he was the nicest guy. He's really, really nice. And that's one thing with these like Nashville guys. I mean, you can be like the most popular person and still be so down to earth. Now there is exceptions to that rule.
spill the tea, honey.
It was crazy. So I worked for this one company, right? And now I worked for West Elm for about a year. And everybody came in. Like Taylor Swift had come in,
Is
Larry
that like a furniture
Gatlin.
store?
Yeah. Tommy Shaw from Styx, like the girls from Lady Antebellum and Pontoon, Little Big Town.
Yes.
They would all come in. The coolest person. Okay, so I'm in the back of the store and I see these 2 long-haired blondes come walking in, right? All like rocked out and stuff like that. Now, I didn't have my glasses at the time, so I just saw these 2 blonde chicks walking in, right? As they're getting closer and closer, and I'm like, oh, one of those blonde chicks is not a blonde chick. It was Tommy Shaw from Styx.
Oh no way.
I totally girl fanned out. And finally, like he separated from his girlfriend, wife, whatever. He went over to the clearance section and I went up to him and I'm like, "Listen, I am not supposed to do this." It's kind of an unsaid thing in Nashville. You leave him alone.
Yeah.
But I'm like, he's a rock star. So he's not necessarily a country star. So I'm like, that was my in. And I'm like, "Listen, everything you did like with Styx, Damn Yankees," I'm like naming all
Damn
this obscure
Yankees.
stuff.
Love them.
I'm like, "You are a god." And I just would love to be able to shake your hand. And I shook his hand and he's like, he patted me on the shoulder. He's like, "Oh my God, dude, that's so cool. That's like really great of you." And like, we had like this 20-minute conversation. It was really, really cool.
Oh, I could see that. I
Yeah,
could
it
see
was
you
awesome.
Pushing him and just being like, you're not like some weirdo freak that's going to do anything.
Yeah. Oh, I got a good Peter Frampton story too.
Okay.
Okay, so he came into the store with these 2 chicks, right? The chicks went and he sat on the sofa kind of toward the back of the store, right? And I knew exactly who he was because I just happened to see the Simpsons episode the night before, right? Right? Where he was a character on the show, right? So I knew exactly who he was, right? So I had greeted him when he came in. "Hey man, you guys finding everything? What can we help you with?" "Oh man, I'm good. I got it. So he goes and sits down and I'm like, "Man, you doing all right? You sure?" He's like, "Oh, that's okay." He's like, "I got people doing this for me." And I looked at him and I'm like, "Well, it might be nice to have people doing this for you, Mr. Peter Frampton." And he's like, "Oh, dude, you got me." It was awesome. It was
That is
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, it was
Oh
cool.
my God, I couldn't imagine so many stars coming in.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was very cool.
That's funny.
So,
Is he a small guy? Is he a little guy? What is he?
Peter Reed's, they're all super petite. Like Tommy Shaw's like
Oh,
3 feet tall. He's like super.
I met
super
him
short.
too. I was able to get backstage passes to Styx and Pat Benatar
Oh, right
years
on.
ago, 20 years ago at Tweeter Center, whatever it's
Yep.
called now. I can never remember. And we met him, and he was really cool. He was
That's
looking
awesome.
at my ex's tattoos. He's like, "Man, I'm covered too. Those are cool. Those are cool." But hey, checking back in on the chat. Do you know Kelly Long?
I do know Kelly Long. Kelly Long and myself. Kelly Long and I. Me and
Yeah.
Kelly Long.
She
Me
wrote,
and Kelly.
"Are you serious?"
Oh my! Are you serious? That's an AAF thing. So me and Kelly worked on the Liz Wild show together for a long time, and we helped create some of the best bits that was ever on her show. It was me. It was Kelly Long. It was Ray Auger. It was Aaron Sawyer, Steve Swanstrom, Mark Dwayne from Rhode Island, who was an awesome drummer. We gigged together for a while, and Lucky Sift after Roxy broke up. And we did some just amazing bits. Now, of course, so me and Kelly are working on the Liz Wild show, and everybody's like living high on the hog because
What time
I mean,
was
Liz
her show? Did she do mornings, afternoons, midday?
She did the night. She did the. I
Was
want to
it
say she
7
came on
midnight?
at 7 to midnight, I think.
Okay.
So we would be held up into the studio, like even after her show until like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, just like doing bits and making all these skits and stuff. All these song parodies and stuff. Like Dave Shamako from Roxy would come in and would do like, More Than Words. We did a parody called Cut the Cheese and serve it with a side of Munster, please. It was just really,
So
really,
that's
really
where you
funny.
got that? Because I've always known you to
Yeah.
make up songs.
Yeah.
I've got crabs in my crotch.
In my crotch, and they really itch.
But yeah, that's you. I just thought that was you. So
Yeah.
what is like writing
No, that's
skits?
what we did.
What is doing skits? Like, is that like the writers say, like Saturday Night Live? Is that something
Yes,
that they get together, the
it's
writers
like,
get together? And
okay. So there's the I think probably the most famous one, and it actually got it got AAF into hot water. So
Which makes
we
it
know
even better.
Jiffy Lube. We know Jiffy Lube, right? You
Yes.
pull in, you get oiled, and you go, right? Well, me and Ray, we wrote this thing
That's so
called
dirty.
Jeffrey Lube. We wrote Jeffrey Lube. Okay. And it was these two gay guys going in, ooh, Jeffrey Lube, they get my engine roaring, and just like it was. And then the people at Jiffy Lube got a hold of it and they're like, you got to pull it. And, but it made a splash. It was pretty great. It was fun.
That's so funny. So how did you get that job
So-
though? Like, what made you go? Like, were you an intern? Were you getting college cred? Because I think
Okay,
when you were in
so-
Roxy, you were like over 18, right?
Well, you just said the key right there. You just said Roxy, and that's kind of how it all started. So,
Is that a dirty word?
well, it can be a dirty word. Roxy. No. So,
Have it to ya.
yeah.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
I had
yeah.
to.
Yeah, I know you did.
Don't hate me.
And
Don't hate me.
no. So we used to rehearse at my mom and dad's house in Auburn. Okay, Roxy did. Now, for those of you, I'm sure you know, Roxy was the band I was in back in the 80s. We were on MTV Headbangers Ball. We were signed and whatever. So we got done with rehearsal one day, super, super early. We went upstairs to the kitchen. Mom had made some brownies or something because she was always making something for the guys in the band. And the little dial radio was on the kitchen counter, okay, right underneath the phone. So we were listening to AAF was on, Liz was on, and Liz used to do a show called Rock Wars, where she'd put two brand new songs up against each other. The listeners would call in to vote for which one would
Okay,
be the winner. Okay.
And they were
So-
signed bands, not local bands, right?
They were side bands,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Now we had just gone kind of national. We were only on an independent, but they had some really good traction behind them. So we're listening, and they're like, "Tonight is Warrant. I Saw Red up against Roxy, a band Roxy, Drive It to You Hard, whoever the hell they are." And we're like, we lost our fucking minds. We lost our minds in the kitchen. We're
That's
like,
sick.
oh! So we got the phone, and we're like trying to get through to the station,
Right.
calling. Finally, the intern answers, and I think it was actually Liz's guy at the time. And we're like, "Hey, we are Roxy. We are from Worcester, whatever." And literally, like, Liz got on the phone. She's like, "Oh my God, this is great. What are you guys doing right now? Get your ass down to the station."
Get the hell out of here.
So we went down to the station that night. we watched Rock Wars play out live. We ended up winning, I think, for a couple of weeks until the label's like, no, you got to pull it because the record's not out yet or whatever.
Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Hype.
Because here's the deal, like different day and age in hindsight, they should have kept it going as long as they could have, because once you're gone from that spotlight for that 2 seconds, you're gone. You know what I mean? So we went down there and the phone lines were blowing up because, I mean, we were from Worcester. You know, that was our fan base.
Now,
and
was the station based in Boston at that time, or were they in Worcester?
No, they were in Worcester, right off of Front Street, down one of the side streets there. So that night kind of started a lot of things. That started kind of like a 2-3 year relationship with Liz Wilde from Roxy the band to getting involved with her show to kind of co-producing her show with Kelly Long, who was like her radio persona she was working on was called Pandora, and her big thing was playing kickball with the sun. And so it was just all these things because we got a taste of radio and we're like, hell, we can totally do that. So it was me. Yeah. It was me, it was Dave, it was Kelly Long, it was Aaron Sawyer. My friend Steve Swanstrom got involved. Just a bunch of super, like, kind of introverted people, but like really talented for obscure stuff, like writing and creative writing and stuff. And I mean, we were just
bouncing those ideas off of each other.
Oh yeah,
great. It's like you take your little nugget and they add their little nugget, and next thing you know, you've got something brilliant.
Absolutely. So, we did that for a few years, and then Liz ended up leaving the station. Before that, like, we all kind of had this like really weird falling out thing. I ended up coming out of the closet of kind of unofficially, officially, or whatever. And things got kind of weird, but it was kind of crazy. But those AAF days were absolutely amazing, and still just great friends these days with Kelly, even after like all these years, and Ray,
Liz.
And Liz too.
Is always like,
we talk all the time.
Yes.
Absolutely, we talk all the time on Facebook, and she's great. So
we have a few more comments, just so I'll keep you.
So, please keep us in check with this. Yeah.
All right. So so we know Donna said hey. She wrote no cookies tonight.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
We had too much fun, she says.
Kelly.
Donna.
Oh my God, that was so much fun.
Peter
Bakayaki. Peter.
You
know Peter.
I was like not going to botch his name. He always liked Loggins and Messina, he said.
Yep. That's kind of close to Junie Messina. I think they were distant cousins.
He also called you a groupie because we were talking about how you met all those people at the store, Peter Frampton and Tommy Shaw. So he's calling you a groupie, I think, for that. No? Okay. No, showing appreciation.
Right, but I wasn't sleeping with any of them, and that would qualify me as a groupie then.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever slept with anybody famous except for one DJ from Boston, but I won't say that.
Well, you're famous.
Yeah, maybe in my mind. I don't know.
Kelly Long writes, who cut the cheese?
Who cut the cheese and serve it with a side of cheddar, please? Oh, my God.
Peter wrote 6/1972 at UMass Spring Concert. And last thing is Donna says, you used to pretend you could see through my window.
Absolutely. Oh, my God. It's like, it was... I forget where she lived. New Jersey. I think Jersey, Donna, okay. Jersey, and type your comment in, I think. But it's like, we would go back and forth, and it's like, your new washing machine looks really good next to your kitchen.
Just messing with her, freaking her out.
We'd go back and forth, and like we would have people dying on the Jody Messina board. It was awesome. It was so much fun.
So basically, I met you like 95, 96, and you had already done the Roxy thing. I don't know if you were taking a break for a while, or did you jump right into like Uncle Wally, Spit Shine, just basically doing cover bands for a while? So Roxy broke up, and I kind of like went into this weird phase. Like I ended up cutting my hair and everything, and picked up an acoustic guitar and actually started writing. That was like right around
2005 or so. It was a while ago, and there was a while like I didn't gig for quite a while. Then Uncle Wally called, and I got the gig with Uncle Wally because Freddie from Roxy was the singer. Me and Freddie had gotten back together in this band with like Mike Gianfredo, Tony Masal, Paul Crascio, and we did Uncle Wally for a lot of years. And then member changes and stuff like that. And then it got to a point where like I was kind of getting a little bit burnt out, and wasn't quite having the fun that I was having. So I kind of like stepped away from the band. There was a weekend I couldn't do a gig. And they're like, no problem, man. We got it covered. We got a temporary fill in. And then we had a gig that following week. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. What time we want to get there? Oh, no, man. You don't have to worry about it. We replaced you. I'm like, oh, okay, great.
Exactly.
So
Big fuck you.
whatever. So it was kind of like a little bit of a relief anyways, because I was kind of over it. But it wasn't too long after that, Freddie ended up leaving Uncle Wally. And Freddie had contacted me and he's like, hey, let's do a cover band. I was talking to Tony and Dave from Roxy, and let's try to put something together. It's like, okay, this could be weird. We go from being Roxy to a AAF type of cover band. So we got together at Fred's house up off of Highland Street, or Donna's house now, or whatnot.
Donna.
And
That house is beautiful.
oh, it was super cool.
Oh my God. Donna was cool. I thought Donna was pretty cool.
Donna was awesome. I wrote a song about her on my first record.
You did? What?
Dance Little Donna.
Yes.
Yep, that's about her.
Yes.
So we rehearsed upstairs and we came up with the name Spitshine. I think Donna actually came up with the name, and we did Spitshine for a lot of freaking years. What was cool about that, like we kept the tradition. We kind of followed the Uncle Wally tradition where, Fred would do some lead vocal, but when he needed a break, I had my set of songs that I would sing lead vocal on. So it was really, really cool. And then I bought an acoustic guitar while the Spitshine train was like really sailing and taking off. And like, when you're selling out like Firehouse and Plantation Club in the Cove and like all those little venues, but you're filling it to capacity. I'm like, you guys go take a break. Do you mind if I do a little acoustic set? So I would do a half an hour, 45-minute acoustic set while the band was upstairs doing their thing. Partying hard. And the reception from me just being up there with my acoustic guitar and singing lead vocal was like, people were like right up at the front and they were engaged and they were having fun. And then the buzz. Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was up front a lot.
Yeah. And then there was buzz like, you should front your own band. So I formed my own cover band. I called it South Station. And we started packing clubs just as much as what Spitshine was doing. And they're like, hey, you kind of got to make a choice. Do you want to do your thing? Do you want to do this? Because the oversaturation with the crowd, people are like, do we go see Spitshine? Do we go see, South Station? What do we do? And, so I'm like, I walked away from Spitshine and I'm like, I did the South Station thing and kept writing and recording and doing records and stuff. And that got me doing the lead vocal thing pretty much full time.
Did you record a lot of your own stuff yourself? Did you keep all the equipment from Dutton Street?
No, none of that. Nope. That was all like really entry level type of stuff.
Yeah.
When I did the first record in 2005, I went into the studio and literally recorded all the drums, all the bass, the rhythm guitar, the acoustic, all the lead vocal, backup vocal. My good friend Josh Kleiner did all the lead guitar. And he was with me for a lot of years in my bands and stuff. Tony Masal from Uncle Wally did all the keyboard stuff on that record.
I remember that guy.
Yep. Kathy Day did all the fiddle on that. And some dude I hired in to do some pedal steel. I don't remember what his name is.
Before you said all these names, I was saying, what are you, Prince? You played all the instruments basically, but
well, I mean, I grew up playing drums, guitar, like I did it all. So, and I will say, like, I listened to the first record and is like, the mix is not really great at all because it was the time. It was just like a bunch of years ago. But like, if you listen to all the pieces separately, I think I'm most proud of the drum and the bass work on that record, more so like than any of the vocals or stuff like that. Because man, the drum and the bass, when you're a drummer
Yeah.
and when you're a bass player,
Which
who
you're
better to be
both.
in a
Yeah.
yeah. I was like in my own pocket, baby. It was like it was tight.
That's what she hates it.
Said, but
That was such a bad joke. That was so lame. So lame.
So it was fun. It was a lot of fun, you know.
So we were
then,
talking. We were talking about the whole music thing and all this stuff, and you working at AAF. Something that you and I talked about earlier was just how like tomorrow is the 1 year anniversary of the death of WAAF.
Yeah.
And it's just sad. Like I don't know if you listened in Nashville, like on via internet or whatever, but Keith and I listened to the majority of it, and it was just so sad. Just hearing the emotions, and it's crazy. It's like when you know someone's dying, but you want that get every last second with them that you possibly can. But it was also cool
Absolutely.
hearing like a lot of people going through, calling in, like a lot of the old DJs. So many people, we were like in the live feed in the chat room. So many people were like, "Where the hell's Liz? Where the hell's Liz? Where's Liz? You guys better call her. Don't treat her like this because she was the main part, you know."
Right.
but it's
Absolutely.
it's just
It took a lot of work for them to finally call her. You
why
know,
though? Because they had a bad ending, maybe? Or-
behind the scenes there was some drama, and
Isn't there
you know,
always though?
yeah, there is. I mean, she was a force, you know, and there might have been a couple of people potentially rubbed wrong that were more influential. They had maybe more influence than they probably should have
Oh,
without thinking of the big picture. Because the big picture is you do this shit for your fucking fans.
exactly.
You know what I mean? And she had the freaking fan base. You know what I mean? Her fans were loyal, and they still are to this day. She's been
yeah.
out of radio for a lot of years now, but she still has that following because why? She was a kick-ass shock jock, which is something that doesn't happen
There's
anymore.
not many women, if any women, shock jock.
No,
that I know
not
of.
at all. Nope, not at all.
And I
You know?
swear, I think with some help, I don't know if Lee could do it and help her or someone else, she could do what is happening right now between us.
Oh,
She could
for
do it
sure.
very easily. She
Absolutely.
could, and you guys could,
Yep.
do your pre stuff, get your thoughts and ideas together, start off slow, and then build up to something.
Yeah.
I-
It's
oh.
funny, time goes by, Patty, and people get to different places in their life. Like I am a different Glenn than I was a year ago, than I was 5 years ago, 10 years, 20 years ago. You know what I mean? And this is completely random. Like all day today, I'm like, oh my God, I can't bomb. I got to write notes and stuff and like all this sort of shit. But it's kind of cool. It's just kind of flowing, which is awesome, and it's organic,
Well, I'm glad that you and I came to this conclusion because it's fun. It's
Yeah.
just
Oh,
something to look
absolutely.
forward to while you're cooped up in that room, eating protein bars and peanut butter. I didn't say that. Oh,
Wait, hold on. Ask this guy.
I gotta say it. I said it earlier, but I'm gonna say it now live. Smooth or chunky?
Chunky and hairy. Actually, smooth.
Yeah, I like mine smooth too.
Yoda is wise. Yoda says smooth. Because those nuts can tear you up if they don't come out a certain way.
I come out sideways. Might
But,
not be sitting pretty for a while.
No. Oh,
But
my
one
God.
good thing though, well, finally, they are.
Oh, hold on. You got to check some comments. I have to acknowledge some people that are
Can you see the
listening
comments?
right now. I can. I have my phone out here
Good.
right now.
Help me out.
Okay. So, hold on a second. I just saw a cool one right a second. Oh, Kelly, remind me again for the Alice in Chains story at Danimal's house. That's a good one. Amy LaFave,
Danimal?
listening to The Danimal. Let me see. Mike Christo, Spitshine was the shit and turned into South Station, which was Glenn's baby. Love to see them rock. Respect. Love you,
Aw.
Mikey. That's awesome. Me and Mike Christo, we went to school. We went to high school together up at Bay Path, and he's awesome. We just reconnected on Facebook,
I love
and
it.
he's like, it's pretty.
A
great.
lot of people hate Facebook. They think it's political. I think people overthink it. Use it for what it is. It's
I
just-
wish it would go back to when it originally first came out, and you saw your friends and you saw this, and it wasn't all this stupid political bullshit and ads and all this other bullshit.
I know.
It's stupid.
Yeah, the algorithm or whatever.
Yes,
I know. I hear you. But do you ever go to most recent?
I do. I
Yeah,
do. And I
just keep
think that should be an option to lock on your Facebook page.
Yeah, just keep it like that. We'll be loving it.
Crazy. That's awesome. So, anyway, so what's next? What do we talk about now? I think, you know what? Let's take a breather and have a shot. I just filled up here.
Okay.
If there are listeners still on, and I know there's a few of you on, there's maybe 10 of you on right now, but that's okay.
They can
Grab
watch
your
us on
little
replay.
red solo cup.
Hold on.
I have a love-hate relationship with Facebook. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes I love to hate it.
We have another one.
Oh, Jesus, Patty.
The joke.
Oh,
Drinking voodoo vodka.
voodoo. All right.
All right.
Hurry up, girl. Cheers.
Bitch. You're not nice to me.
It's really not Gentleman Jack. It's really not. It's Robitussin.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
It's good for the COVID. It's good for the COVID. The thing is, I can't even freaking taste it.
You feel the burn?
I feel the burn, but I can't taste it.
I got it burning behind me. Look, I'm on fire. Sorry. I do.
All right.
I am in
Cool.
a pink computer chair, though. That is my son's.
I did see that.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, on a sad note, though.
Yeah.
What's the sad note?
On a serious note,
Yes.
so right before we started this, about an hour before, a very good friend of mine. Oh, let me tag. Hold on one second. Let me tag this boy.
On it. Baby Yoda.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't tag Bob.
Oh, I don't. You typed
Okay.
his name. Did it tag him?
Yeah, it tagged him.
Okay.
So, my friend Bob Marchand, who was like my bass tech in Roxy for a lot of years,
Fancy.
shared a Facebook message, and like literally, like, okay, so this is like the serious part of the show, and once we're done with this, we'll like move on to much lighter things. So let me get my notes right, because I don't want to botch this, because it deserves all the respect in the freaking world. I would just like to say to everybody on right now, okay, whether you're watching this live or whether you're going to watch this as a repeat on a share or whatever, we have to take a moment of remembrance to all the victims of the station nightclub fire, because today was the 18th anniversary of the fire, and I think it was 101 or 110 lives lost on that. That was horrible. It was horrible. So,
You ever go to
hats
that
off.
club?
Yeah, absolutely. I was there a few weeks before that, and actually had a ticket to go that night.
What?
But what? Yeah. What ended up happening was I had bought a ticket I was going to go see Great White. Couldn't get anybody to go with me, and I'm like, well, I bought it anyways, and was all set to go. And at this time, I had just started dating my ex. So my ex had called that afternoon and said, hey, do you want to go to dinner tonight? Blah, blah, blah. My treat, whatever, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's do that, because I'm going to be by myself. I didn't know many people that were actually going to go, that were actually close friends to me. So I ended up going to dinner, and we went to dinner. We went to a movie. We hung out. We had a couple of drinks. Came back home about 1:30 in the morning. I remember going to bed, popping the TV on, and the news stations were all about like this building that was on fire and stuff. And I'm like, wow, that's really weird. That kind of looks like the station, and was kind of dismissing it in my head. And then finally the news blip said, Great White concert at the station turns into a fiery blaze and stuff, and was just floored, because
I know. Just
Yeah.
they did some stupid moves there, blocking the entrance. Just
Well, the thing
or the
was,
exit, I should say. I'm
if
sorry.
if you had been there, okay, this is how it was. Like 3 or 4 weeks before I was there, CC DeVille was playing with his band in between Poison. They were called Samantha Seven. So we had got there super early. Me and Gina from Hot Topic,
Gina Francis.
Gina Francis. Yeah,
I love
me and
Gina
her,
Francis.
me and
She
her
worked
had
with-
gone.
Is that when she left PacSun and went to Hot Topic?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we had actually gone to that show together. They were called Samantha Seven. Okay. And great record, awesome record. And they were playing. So we got there super early, right when the band was coming in doing sound check. We got to hang out with Cece and like the whole band. So they brought us inside for sound check and we hung out with them the whole night. Like we ended up getting on stage at the end of the night. I grabbed the mic, did some lead vocal on,
no way.
the Poison cover. Yeah, it was really cool.
And Gina's
So-
fun. She was a fun.
Oh,
chick.
she was a sweetheart. She is a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's doing now, but all right. So when you walked up to the station, you had the main door, and it was two doors that opened up.
Mhm.
Okay, it wasn't this big, huge, wide exit. It was like two regular doors, like a French door,
Mhm.
because it was more like a restaurant. So the doors opened, and you would walk in, and from what I best remember, there was a bar right
To your
away.
left, right? Yeah.
And then when it's straight, it was kind of
Mhm.
straight ahead.
Yep.
And then when you walked to the right, you had pool tables, and then there was like this little patio enclosure with these weird windows that
Oh.
bowed out, and the stage was all the way down this way. So when you walked in, you had to walk all the way down this way to get to the stage, which was like way down. Well, people are creatures of habit. So when people walked into that front door, habit would tell you, go back out the door you came in. And like when all of a sudden, like the sparks hit and the soundproofing caught, people aren't thinking. Like people are like, wow, the concert's still going. This is weird. Why isn't people doing this? Like doing anything about this? They're not thinking exit signs and blow out windows because it happened so quick. That soundproofing that they had on the stage was the same stuff that I had in my dad's basement in Auburn. After that fire, I took a piece of it with a pair of tweezers and just for the heck of it, like I lit it and it was like liquid fire dripping.
Oh shit.
Like there was no way that they were
But you
going to
ripped
contain
that out in
that.
about 2 seconds.
Oh yeah. And so all those people like were turning and going back out the door. And that's when they had the backup because when you're in it, you're not thinking emergency exits and you're not thinking take a table that's right there and smash out the window and go through the window. Like you get
Panic.
caught up, you're panicked, and human instinct is to go out the door you came into. That's when the backup happened. That's when the smoke happened. That's
Oh yeah, it
when
must have filled up very
that's
quickly.
when it was
the
it.
smoke.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's videos online you can see. I mean,
I
literally in the middle, in like the blink of 90 seconds, it was done.
Poor people. I can't believe it's been 18 years already.
Yeah,
Jesus, time flies.
yeah.
I heard that I was driving home from a show. He was playing a show out in Leominster or something. We were on our way home, and I heard it the whole way. And it was just like devastating.
Yeah, it was nuts, and apparently when I got home, I went to bed and woke up and my cell phone had blown up. Like the band was freaking out because they knew I was supposed to be there and everything else, and it was just that one hit freaking home. That hit home because I mean I worked with people, who's like. My friend Crystal, we worked together at the pizza place for years and years, and her brother Keith passed away, so every year on the anniversary, I send her a text, hey, thinking of you on this night, and, stuff. And
Did they ever do
actually,
anything
I need
with
to
the
do
old
that.
spot?
It's a memorial.
Is it kinda like
Yeah, it's
the,
big memorial.
Twin Towers memorial.
Yeah. It's
I'm
very,
surprised I
it's
heard
very
about it
well
so
done.
late in the day, though. Not many people shared it today, and it's a big deal
Yeah.
with us.
It's a very big deal. Yep, February 20th. So thinking about them. So
So I have another music question, just for the hell of it. I'm trying to
okay,
look
good.
at my
Let's
notes.
let's switch gears. Let's switch gears. Too serious. Oh my God.
What's the best concert you've ever been to, or what's the best concert you've played?
best concert that I've played would be easier than best concert I've been to.
Okay.
Best
and I'll
concert
take a top 3.
Okay, so best concert I ever played was Wachusett Mountain. Okay, and I have to give a shout out to the band. It was Tim Bauman on drums, Josh Kleiner on guitar, Bill Buckley on guitar. It was Paul Morelli on bass guitar, and myself. And it was Wachusett Mountain Country Fest.
Oh.
There had to be about maybe 3,000, 4,000 people there on the mountain.
Was it during the summer?
It was during the summer.
Okay.
It was amazing. The crowd was so receptive. I mean, we've done some good shows at like Indian Ranch and that sort of stuff. You know, where we've had like people up on their feet the whole time and stuff. But this Wachusett show was just, it was the right blend and it was the right vibe. And it was perfection.
And I know how you do your shows. You incorporate some classic rock or not old rock, but or hits. You incorporate a few hits into your set, so it's easy to get the crowd going. And I know you. If you're feeling like a good vibe from that crowd, you're gonna eat it up.
Absolutely.
So, and I love that. I love that about you. I've seen you play a few times.
A couple times. You know, I mean, seriously though, we were just talking about you.
Well, another question. I hate to make this a lot of music because you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to talk about music.
That's all right. It's cool. The vibe is all right, so it's cool.
I just got past the note. Can I share the note?
Go ahead. I can't quite see it.
It says, you are so beautiful. My engineer.
Thank you. Thank you, Keith.
Oh, Keith. All right, so to go with the concert thing, so you said you gave us what your favorite was. Do you have any bands or singers that your top favorite concerts? Like, I love 311. I'm a 311 freak. Love them. I've seen them 19 times. I actually watched them do live stream last night. I'm so excited. I was like, ah! And Prince, I can't say I love Prince. So I've seen Prince at the Palladium.
Wow.
It was on election night when it was like someone versus Gore. And no one would go with me. I don't know who when Gore ran. Who do you go
I think it was Bush. I think it was the second Bush. Yeah, it was
the less hairy Bush.
Trim that bush.
The strap got caught. I waited in line. I paid $90 for my ticket. Went by myself. I wore red leather pants, and that place was so packed.
Wow.
That I'm trying to get a beer at the bar, and the whole time this is happening to my ass.
Wow.
From people behind me just grabbing on my ass. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, all right. So the best couple of concerts for me. Okay,
do they involve red leather and grabbing an ass?
No, they do not. No, they do not. Okay, so the Palladium was one of them for me too. I saw the Cult on their album that Rise came out on, and that was absolutely unbelievable.
I like
kick ass. Oh, the Cult is just an amazing rock and roll band. They were just kick ass. Second one, actually, believe it or not, and what struck me weird about this one is the crowd was actually louder than the band because they were screaming so much. Power Station.
Really? Oh
like
my God.
Past Duran Duran, Power Station.
Yeah.
Awesome
Robert Palmer.
freaking show. Yes. Well, Robert Palmer didn't do the tour. John Barris did the tour.
Why did he do the tour? Was he already dead?
No, he was still alive. He just didn't want to do the tour. So that was a great concert. God, they're like back in the day, man, there was like 5 concerts a week at the Centrum. Yeah. You know, it was hard to tell what was really great. You think about like, you know, club shows and stuff too that were absolutely outstanding. So there was a club in Providence, Rhode Island called The Living Room.
Yes,
and
been there.
The
floor
Bullet
was so
Boys.
sticky.
Oh yeah, the Bullet Boys. That was a kick-ass rock and roll show, and Taylor Dane was freaking sick, awesome. So
I think of her song. I want to bust out with her song.
Don't rush me. I made that mistake before.
So I have a question. So you
Oh, I
just
have.
named all these rock bands.
Yeah,
Why do you do country music? What made you
because it's
jump to country?
where it fits now.
Well,
So
don't you
like
feel that country is almost like 80s rock in a way?
that's all it is. Okay, listen to Brantley Gilbert. He's metal. He's 80s freaking hair metal with a little bit of twang and southern strum and all
There's
that sort of
so many artists
stuff.
I hear, and I can picture
It's
you singing the song. I'm like, that
absolutely,
song
it's
was
all
written.
rock and roll. What's very funny is you mentioned Freight Train earlier before we went live. So when I first came to Nashville, we sat with a publicist and getting a showcase together for industry. And she's like, "Well, Glenn, just because you wear a cowboy hat, that don't make it country." And that first album was really kind of rock and roll, right? So we did the showcase, and the vibe was like, "Yeah, you guys are good, your songs are good, but it's really too rock and roll." And then a couple years ago, what happens? A couple years after that, Jason Aldean comes out, Brantley
Yes.
Gilbert comes out, the heavy metal of freaking country. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's bullshit, Vivian. It's bullshit.
Well, I do like, so when we first started the show, we played Believer,
Yeah.
and you had and I'm not trying to make it sound bad, but almost generic flannel shirt with the sleeves ripped off and
Yeah.
a cowboy hat. Flash forward to your newer stuff, you have a baseball hat on. You've got what's the brand? I was going to ask you, what's the brand of shirts you like to wear? That not Apocalypse. What the fuck is it called? I can't think what the shirt's called.
It's all Buckle merchandise because
Yeah,
Buckle's got some cool rock stuff.
but
But
like, I like how you kind of brought like a little bit of a rockness to it because
yeah, like when I did the Little Miss John Wayne video, when I did the Around Again video, when we went and got invited from RuPaul to DragCon, I sewed. I sewed. It was like a main challenge at RuPaul Drag Race. I sewed.
snatch
I
game.
s-
No,
I sewed. Yes, right, right. I sewed on my own
honey. Oh, what happened?
clothes, my shirts, and I did a lot of that stuff
I remember your
myself.
pants.
Yeah.
Oh, those were awesome.
Yep.
You still have those?
I have them all. I have
Oh,
it all. Yeah. So
that'd be a good
crazy stuff.
break that back out for return concert. Hint,
Like,
hint.
okay, so Bob Marchand just made a really good point. He's like, if the Eagles came out today, they would be considered country.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, I've
Bob,
seen that.
Bob,
Yeah, you're right,
Bob,
Bob. Definitely.
Bob, here's a better one for you. If Cinderella came out today, they would be considered a country rock band as well because they were a southern rock band on the way of like Skinnerd and what today's
Tesla.
country is. And Tesla, like it's today's country. Cinderella would have been a southern rock country band and would have done very, very well. Now, Kiefer would the singer, couldn't have done the, but if he had
But he
sang it,
can redo
he
it.
can sing. He
Yeah,
can
he
sing
can.
without that shit. He's got a great voice,
And I
But
swear to
they were
God,
country.
when we were like farting around earlier, Glenn's dying over here. Keith is dying. He's laughing his ass off from your impression. It's long.
Kind of how we went.
You singing on COVID? I'm gonna keep a bit. Sorry. Shot. All right, so you have
COVID.
some other people.
Oh, we do.
Kelly Long, don't know what you got. Phil, it's
Still
gone.
I don't know if I can do it without losing my mind. Don't know what you got till it's gone.
What happened? What?
Oh, Tom definitely had chops. Bob.
ACDC is still kicking ass, he says. Bob. Power Station, they open for Heart at the Centrum.
Oh, Bob, I'm so happy you're on. Who opened for Power Station when I saw him? I don't remember. Was it Hart? I don't remember that.
I saw Heart play at Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom.
You know who I saw at Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom? I'll raise you
Okay.
and I'll see you. Eddie Money, and that was a kick-ass show.
Ooh. I think I've only seen Hart there. I don't think I've seen anyone else there. Because every time I had plans to go, they were squashed at last minute. Yeah, thanks, Tom.
Good times. Good times.
Harry Marciano from Periscope. Hi. What's up, buddy? Oh, yeah, that's right. So just to break in and tell you what this is, if you're just tuning in, this is PattyCakes, 1/3 of the show, The Wicked Pizza Show.
This just in.
That's my nut, ladies and gentlemen. My lifelong friend, Glenn Stewart. He is a rockin' country singer. I would love for him to be revived, but I think I don't know. We'll see. He hasn't done anything in a while.
Let me tell you. Here's the deal. You want to know what the tea is? You
water?
want to know what the tea is, Patty?
Yes.
I'll spill the tea.
Yes,
Ooh, the tea is going to be exceptionally tasty. Okay, so here's the deal, right? COVID hit, okay? And it shut everything down last year, okay? I'm a man of a certain vintage, a certain season. I don't say old because it's not that, okay? Honey, I look too good to be that O word, okay? Okay? Who knows what's going to happen when things open back up? Like, there's people at home, like Chris and Brad are very much like, you need to sing. You need to do something musically. Like, we'll throw big parties at the house, you know that. And I'll sing and stuff like that. And they're like, you got to do this. You got to do this. Who knows what'll end up happening once COVID breaks? Maybe I will lose all my COVID weight.
About it? Like, are you still hesitant? Because I know you were hesitant when you first moved to Nashville because you didn't want to pay the dues. You weren't looking to bust your ass in a market that you're not sure about, right? No.
So,
because there's so many people in Nashville, it's just like you're fighting for that 15 seconds that maybe someone will see you.
The thing is, in Nashville, right? It's like 95% of who you know. Okay. And that will dictate what your success rate is going to be.
We'll give you a couple days and you'll know a lot. Right? A lot of people.
It's weird. It's like, we tried to break in back in the day and, we had a certain amount of success here. But then as years go on and the internet gets a stronger presence and Spotify and all that shit, it just doesn't make it worth your while nobody right now, period, can make it in the music industry, period. Like, back in the day, you could make a total living. All you would need is one hit album that would sell platinum, that would sell double platinum, even gold. You could do it, that shit don't happen now. Right now the bands are staying out on the road because they're making mortgage payments off of merchandise and t-shirts and bandanas and all that shit,
and meet and greets. They're doing
absolutely. I mean, Kiss, freaking disgusting. $6,000 for a freaking meet and greet. That's freaking absolutely disgusting.
That's why.
To fuck your friends like that made you who you were. You're going to have the freaking audacity to charge them that much money. I mean, Motley Crue.
They earned that.
Yeah, that's what they earned from me. Zero fucking respect for their fans.
And this is coming from a huge Kiss fan that owned everything you could imagine.
Yeah, no, fuck them.
When you started selling some of that off, that was crazy. I was like, oh, he's
now that shit's sitting in the freaking bank account right now. All those Kiss dolls and shit. People come, they'll buy and it sits in my bank account. But how dare you fucking have the balls to fucking do your fans like that? That is so freaking wrong on every freaking level because they put you up there where you are, and to have that audacity to charge that much. I mean, Motley Crue, $2,500 for a freaking meet and greet. What would have been on this last tour with Joan Jett and Def Leppard? Yeah. That's bullshit.
And bullshit, what do you get for Vivian. That? Probably ignore it because you're not a hot chick. If it's guys.
An autograph and a picture. I will say this.
Can you
all
get
right?
A beer at least?
There are some bands that are doing it right. Okay. I paid $45 last year before the whole pandemic hit to go see Stryper at the Wild Horse Saloon on 2nd. That's not there anymore because the bomb blew it up. Okay. $45 to have meet and greet, to be able to shake the band's hand, to have a picture, to have Michael Sweet go to me and Brad like this. Ooh, you guys got really nice beards, and to have a conversation like, It was cool. They were appreciative. They didn't let it go to their heads like those money grubbing assholes like Kiss and Motley Crue who think their shit don't stink. They lost touch. Striper did it freaking right.
It went to
Props
their
to
head.
them. Absolutely.
It went to their head.
No,
You
it
know,
went to
anyone
their
who's
bank
charged-
account. It went to their bank account.
Well, do you really think Paul Stanley is saying boo to that, or you think he's like, whatever you want to do, Gene, keep putting that money in my account, or do you think that Paul Stanley doesn't get half that shit?
You know what? Here's the deal. They got more money than frickin' God. They don't need it. They don't like they lost touch years ago. That's my opinion. And I'm sticking to it. Oh,
That's
don't get
the
me
tea
going
with
on that
Glenn
shit.
Stewart.
Yeah, that just don't get me going on that. Well, you did kind of get me going on that.
Sorry.
But anyways, all right. What's next? Let's talk about Alice in Chains.
Okay.
Kelly, I don't know if you're still on. Kelly, if you're still on, give a couple hearts on the live feed real quick. And I know Chris is just saying we're working on it. I know Chris and Brad, they want to see me get back out there and do more shows. And, you know, we'll see what happens after the pandemic.
Have you been practicing at all?
No. I mean,
but you bought a drum set.
Yeah, I did. It's sitting collecting dust right now.
What made you buy the drum set then?
Because I wanted it.
Don't you have a new guitar now too? Acoustic?
Well, I will when I get back to my dad's house.
Oh, you didn't bring it home?
No, I didn't bring it home. I had enough of stuff. But no, Brad and Chris want me to get back out there and play because they see my passion with it when I actually do perform.
Oh, because your whole persona. You light up the room. You invite everyone in to join you.
Chris!
You're the whole package, baby.
Chris is so live on this right now. He just gave a whole bunch of hearts.
I can't see anything with this now.
That's all right. I got my phone going. I'll let you know, girl. Girl, I'll give you the tea.
Okay.
But no, they want me to do it because they see the passion when I do it. And it's tough, like, because over the years, like being in Roxy and all the cover bands and stuff, my hearing is really taking a toll.
Ooh,
and so it's very difficult for me. My pitch is a little bit weird. And I'm very, very self-conscious. And plus I am my own worst enemy when it comes to any of that anyways. I'm my own worst critic. And, you know, I could have the best night and still think it sucked because I've had those shows.
Chris that's a musician. I think it's just any musician though.
Yeah. Chris just says, and he's so happy when he does it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
why? Why do you feel happy from it? It's just
because whether it's 5,000 people or 6,000 people or 10 people, when I see somebody smiling from something that I do, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm not going to charge $2,500 for a meet and greet either.
Hopefully I can sit backstage.
There you go.
Can I be on the list, please?
Right. Girl, you got a lifetime backstage pass.
Thank you. I'm gonna go start going left field for a little while. Why not?
Okay, go for it. Let's switch topics.
It's Saturday morning. Glenn Stewart's a little kid. What are you watching for cartoons? What's your cartoon? and what are you eating? What's your cereal?
You're a bitch. Okay, so oh my god. All right, I'd rather.
I'm a friend.
All right, so let me tell you what I'm watching, right? And maybe half the people that are on right now might get it. The other half will be like, "What's that?" And I'll just say, "Google it." Okay. Sid and Marty Krofft. Okay. Electra Woman and Dinah Girl.
No, I know Sid and Marty Krofft. What else did they do?
Electra Woman and Dinah Girl. They did Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
That's what I know. I like Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
Witchy Poo.
I was Captain Caveman.
And the Teen Angels.
And of course, I had to watch some Bugs Bunny, So what's your cereal you're eating? Because we all ate cereals, little kids, right?
Oh my God, I can see it, but I can't.
Okay, so my parents were like,
so they were like this big, and they were kind of like yellow beige.
Kicks. Kicks are for kids.
No, they were round. Pops, something pops.
Oh, just like sugar pops. No, not sugar pops.
Sugar pops.
Were they sugar pops? Yeah, now they're just pops. Oh, it's like corn pops. Were they corn pops?
Corn pops, yes.
Yes.
Kelly Long says HR Puffin stuff.
Yes.
Barb Marshan says, awesome shoes.
Witchy poo. Oh,
Witchy poo.
how did your shoe
let's-
get in this thing?
Well, because Bob said awesome shoe. I'm like, I'm not sure, but thank you. It's a
Like
Brooks.
shoe.
Yeah, it's a Brooks. Thank you very
They look
much.
very comfortable.
And it,
Do they stink?
you know what? I couldn't tell you if they stink or not. I can't
I'm gonna
fucking
put
smell
you-
anything because
I'm
of
going to put you on
COVID.
blast. You're such a foot guy.
Sugar Pops. Donna, Sugar Pops.
You're
Yes.
freaking me out. What did you want to be as a kid?
Rockstar.
You did?
I did from day freaking one.
When
It
did you
was-
get your first musical instrument then?
Okay. So my first musical instrument, I think I was, 10 years old was really pivotal for me. There was a lot of shit that went down when I was 10 years old.
Good and bad?
Yes.
Okay.
10 years old, I had gone to my great aunt's house, Aunt Arlene, and Uncle George. No, wait, it was Connie. No. It was my aunt and my dad's aunt Connie, Charlie and Connie. I think it was Charlie. Wow. Okay, so this is a total brain fart.
So this is almost like a grandmother in a way, but it's a great aunt.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. A great aunt and uncle.
Okay.
They had a snare drum and a cymbal in their porch. And I'm like, my dad,
Was that
my
for their
mom,
jokes? Would the wife play
No.
it while the husband would crack
but
jokes?
yeah, exactly. That was very funny. Are you sure you want to be a nightclub comic? So, as my parents would visit with them, I went on the porch and I'm like, "Can I play?" Well, apparently I was doing rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat, and I was the only person that's ever played it,
Oh, no
like,
way.
kind of the way that it was supposed to be
Yeah,
played. So next thing you know, I'm coming home with the snare drum and cymbal.
Oh, yeah. They're probably
So
get
that
yeah.
kind of
That's
kicked
awesome.
that kicked into it, So that's kind of where it started with the drums,
That's cool.
back when I was like 10. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And yes, Bob, I wanted to be Gene Simmons.
Yes, bitch. Yes. Gene Simmons tongue battle. Yeah. You're close in the Gene Simmons tongue battle. That thing looks dangerous. In a good way.
That's what he said.
All right, my phone keeps going. So, do you like these questions so far? Do you hear me?
I'm pretty damn cool with
Okay.
them.
You know what's funny?
Hey, tell you what.
Yes.
Look what Keith just put up. Dangerous tongue. That's very funny.
I've known you for 25 years.
So, Patty, let's do something. I know, girl.
No, but it's just like I'm
He
interviewing
put
like
the
my
live
best
feed
friend.
up. That's very cool. Yeah.
It's funny because
Hey,
these
Patty,
are
let's do
questions I really
something really
wanted to know
cool.
about you. Things I don't know about you. But yes, go. Let's do something cool.
Well, keep them coming. Okay, so we've only got 9 people on, but I'm having a really great time.
Good.
So let's ask Bob,
Okay.
Donna, Kelly, Chris,
Okay.
Caroline, whoever else is on right now. Let's have them submit a couple of questions, okay? And let's both do something. No topic is off limits.
Okay. Oh, and then we can go into never have I ever.
Oh, yes. Yes, bitch.
Yes,
Work.
bitch.
Oh,
Wait, I can do that. No,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Anyway,
I'm
I can't
waiting.
do it.
I'm waiting.
Oh,
Oh.
I can do it a little bit.
Wipe down your microphone. You got a bunch of
I
spit
got
on
a little. I got some little spittles.
there.
What is the best
Questions.
song
Nothing
from the
off
80s?
limits.
Best song from the 80s.
Um, I can't answer that.
No?
Okay. All right. Hold on. Wait.
Yes. I want to know
Kelly,
this one.
Kelly just asked a question. Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
So Kelly Long from hold on. Kelly Long from Worcester, Massachusetts says, yes, it's a screwdriver. Don't ask me why I have it.
She likes to get screwed.
Yeah, whoa!
Oh.
Kelly Long from Worcester, Massachusetts asks, did you ever have sex in the WAAF studios? No.
No? Why?
No, I never had sex
Because
at the
there's too many
AAF
people
studios.
there?
We'd never had the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just one of those things.
Was it hinted at?
No, like
Just so much going on
no.
at all times. That is just
Yeah, I mean, it was all about the freaking show, you know.
Do you miss
all right.
doing that show?
Kelly? That's a good. We had a blast. Like me, Kelly, Steve, Ray, we came up with some brilliant fucking shit on that show. We really, really did.
Oh.
I know there was a lot of places to fool around. Girl, I never had sex in that studio.
Not even in a broom closet?
Yeah, not even in the broom closet. Bob Marchand says, what's the most dangerous thing you've ever done? The most dangerous thing? Would that include an antibiotic?
Oh, just so you know, if you listen to this replay, Keith has just started playing some sound bites. So that he just played like a Pac-Man sound or something.
Oh Jesus! Oh my God, that's crazy. Bob, let me see.
Dangerous thing.
Oh, Jill's on. Patty, Jill is on. Yay! Jill is on.
Hi, Jill.
Oh, Jill. Hey. Yay, I'm so glad she's on. That's awesome.
Yay.
Bob Marchand, the most dangerous thing you've ever done.
Telling your story? Coming out? Is that dangerous? No.
Nah, that really wasn't dangerous.
To me, I'm so lame. But me was driving.
Oh, hold on. There was that time in P-Town. Woot. Hence the antibiotic. Okay, no, I'm kidding.
Yes. He's not kidding, folks. He just wants you to
as
think differently.
Boys and girls, can we say azithromycin?
Oh my God!
Google it.
There's a regimen that you take every day.
Jill just says, I love this. How did you not think of this before? Patty, this might have to be a regular thing. This is great.
You know what, Jill?
I'm having a blast.
This just happened, and I'm in my apartment. We have the equipment. We do shows here often, and Glenn and I baby touched. We baby touched upon this once, I think, as a joke, and we're in passing. And then last night or a couple nights ago, we just said, let's do it. So it came to fruition.
Yeah.
Yay!
I mean, I've been hauled up. What you're seeing here is my master bedroom in the house, right? And like Yoda has been. Wait, there we go. Okay, there we go. Right there.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda has been watching over me this whole week. So this is where I'm hauled up because I am COVID positive. And I have been living in this bedroom now for a week. It was a week ago today. We started doing the quarantine. I have 3 more days to go. So I did a Facebook Live the other day, and I was calling it, I think, a Thursday night bitch or something like that.
Oh, yeah. You were ready. You were just like,
I was ready to fucking go.
Yeah.
And
a whole lot of shit was going on.
Yeah, I ended up bringing Patty on, and it's very interesting, and it's still posted on my Facebook page to see it start from this little idea to, hey, we should do maybe something in a little thing on Saturday and blah, 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 blah. And then it turned into the PattyCakes and Rockstar thing. So here it is. And I got to tell you, it's flowing really well.
I almost
at least
put
in my
red
opinion.
hair. I wanted 80s hair today. I was going to try to do myself up for the 80s, but you get fake eyelashes and a Kiss t-shirt. So. Hi, Glenn. I'm here to see you. Do you ever walk in on someone having sex? Like
No, but
not,
hold
not
on.
even
All
your
right.
parents?
Oh my God. Okay. So like 2 years ago, I was back home in Boston. Okay. And when I go to visit my dad, I stay in his house and I stay in my old bedroom.
Yes.
Okay. I was in bed. Okay. And I hear, wait. Oh, wait. And then I hear, Doug, stop that. He's in the other room. He ain't gonna hear anything. I was like,
I love it. Oh, hey, good for him. How old is he?
oh my God, he's 89 now, so he's 87. And shit, if I can still get it up when I'm 87, what?
Exactly. How good for them. I wonder what he was doing. Is he touching a
What's
boobs
that?
or a butt?
Hello?
What was that? Oh. Yeah, you don't want to visualize Dad doing anything. But no, you've never walked in on anyone else, just kind of overheard that. That's funny.
Yeah, I've never really walked in on anybody having sex, but I've just heard them start the process, and I just threw up in my mouth a little.
You have any guilty pleasures that you want to speak of?
I will.
Even if it's
hold
like a
on.
TV show or food.
I'm reading a couple of comments here. This is the best. You two just make so much sense. Oh, Jill, you know what, girl? Are you still planning Nashville in April? You can answer that one on the feed as well. If this becomes a regular thing, you need to come up with some original theme.
I
music.
agree, Bob. That's
Absolutely.
why we just went with Glenn's music tonight, just to have something, and he owns the rights to it. So this was very kind of thrown together. I'm actually sitting at a table tray, at a like the little trays you eat dinner at. But it's working. I got a fireplace behind me. But yeah,
Jill, absolutely Nashville ASAP. Absolutely. And Patty has committed to being here while you're here so we can have a little reunion. That would be amazing.
I will try.
No, try is a fail word. That's what I tell my team.
Well, I need
Try
team.
is a fail
I
word.
need to know the difference. I need to know the dates. Sorry, he's playing the theme to Golden Girls in the background over here. Yes, yeah, it's like distracting me. I couldn't get a word out.
I can't hear it,
Thank
so I'm
you
okay.
for being a friend. But yeah, just let me know. We just need to plan it out. I'll have to make it like a long weekend.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
I would-
All right. So can I just stop for just 2 seconds? And the people that are on right now, and I would like you guys to like seriously, honestly comment. Okay. How do you think this whole thing has gone so far? I mean, we are now an hour and 18 minutes into it. I am having a blast with like no signs of stopping.
Good.
I'm having a really good time because this is the most interaction I've had in a freaking week with other people.
I'm hoping I'm at least making you laugh.
Absolutely. Can I do something completely random?
You gonna show us your butt?
No. Drunk girl dancing. Woo!
No, wait.
Yeah.
I've got a tank top on.
Uh-huh.
What's that song? When she loses her clothes when she drinks tequila.
Oh, tequila makes her clothes come off.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Tequila makes me go to sleep. Vodka makes my clothes come off. No. With that being said, you want to do a shot?
Yes.
Oh,
It's not like
Keith, you're in
not like-
trouble tonight.
Not like I can taste it, but I can feel it go down. Because you know what? COVID is real.
No.
And
The real
fuck the
bitch.
people who don't think it is. Jesus Christ.
I could use a snack right now.
It's fake. It's a hoax. It's a bigly hoax. Are you ready, Patty Cakes?
All right. I wish.
Cheers.
I could talk back to you.
All right, hold on. Let's see who's on right now. Let's have a cheers. Let's call up people by name. We've got a bunch of people on. So we have Jill and Kelly and Bob and PETA. And there's other people on that's not commenting. And Donna is still on. Chris is still on. And there's a bunch of other people. So to you guys. Thank you so much for
Cheers.
sharing this
Thanks,
with
guys,
us.
for
I'm having a
joining us.
blast.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers
buddy.
to y'all.
Jeez.
It's the weirdest thing. Like, I get the burn off of it and it
Ooh.
tickles the nose, but there's zero fucking taste. It's the weirdest thing.
I'm just gonna keep going, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a couple more questions, and then I'll play Never Have I Ever because I think other
Yes,
people
yes.
in this room could have them.
Oh, well, you know what? You asked if there was any like sort of weird, strange things.
Guilty
or
pleasure. You
Guilty
never answered.
pleasures.
Yes, you never. Answered.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Even
got
if it's
one.
Even if it's a TV show or a food fetish or something.
Okay. So RuPaul's Drag Race obviously is my guilty pleasure. And I don't think I've missed one episode since season 1, and we're on season 13. And then you add in the Drag Race Holland and UK and Canada, multiple seasons with that as well.
That whole channel is crazy. There's so
Oh,
many
it's
shows on it.
it's absolutely bananas. And my other guilty pleasure is a really nice looking foot right in my face. It's just a thing. I can't help myself. Yeah, it just is.
Mine is pepperoni in the sliced form and the whole form. Well, you could use it 2 different ways. So. I know.
Oh, the tea is exceptionally tasty this evening, girl. What? Oh, grrrt.
No, a stupid guilty pleasure is listening to old school rap.
Really?
Yeah, like from the 80s and 90s. Oh yeah, give me some of that. I'm all like white girl dancing.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Jill just shared a memory. G. Oh God, because she used to call me G. That's like awesome. Do you remember when I got absolutely wasted at one of your shows in Worcester, which would have been the Firehouse Cafe?
Which
first
I love
part.
that place.
Oh yeah. That had some history for me and you too. One of the shows in Worcester, and I brought this guy I was seeing and told you some super detailed things I wanted to do. The guy's name was Mitch. I totally remember that. Jill.
Blast! Well, no, she's been with her guy for 20 years.
Yeah, you've been with Nate for a long time. So yes, his name was Mitch.
Oh, wow.
And I remember that conversation to this day. I remember because you grabbed me and you're like, "Oh my God, blah 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 blah," and I'm like, "Ah, Mitch." That's amazing. Yes, I remember that. Patty, are you okay?
Oh my God, yes. So Keith was just bringing up a recent memory. Oh my God, Glenn Stewart. But do you remember the girl?
Linda,
darling, give us some more shots. But no, the memory was of the girl that brought her boyfriend, but was kept calling him her husband's name or something like that or whatever.
Okay, so it was all right. So Tom Hunt is the kid.
Yes.
She used to be with Tom Hunt, and she was introducing her fiance as Tom Hunt because
he was getting pissed.
He was pissed. Jill, that's awesome. All right, so read Jill. I can't believe you remember that. I'm fucking dying. This makes my heart so full.
We love you, Jill.
Love you too. Because I remember you grabbed me from the waist and you're like, "Oh my God, blank, 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 blank," and I'm like, "Ah!" It was awesome. And I think Patty was there that night too. Actually, it was Patty was there and Heidi Burke was there too.
Yes. Heidi, didn't she work for us? Or we knew her from Limited or something? Did she work for
worked
Limited?
for one of the. She was in the mall somewhere.
Jill, I think so, right? All right, I gotta find my question.
Chris, how is this going? Are you cool with all this stuff? How does it sound? All right. I talked to Tom just the other day. Oh my God, Bob, you have no idea. His ex-girlfriend of a while ago was with her new fiance, and she kept introducing him as Tom
Oh,
because
it's so
me and Tom knew each other back in the 80s.
okay.
And he was pissed.
You know what though? That night bit myself and Chris in the ass because
Oh, yeah,
we
it
were
did.
ready to wrap it up. We already had a couple of little drinks. We're all like kind of tiptoeing around, meeting each other and saying hi. It was a cute little gathering. There's like what, 10 of us, 8 to 10 of us. It was a nice little gathering. Then it started phasing out, and then Chris and I decided, yeah, we're not done partying. Let's get this going. But I give Chris credit because whatever you guys, he was sick as a dog, but he was still able to post pictures of doing things with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't get out of bed.
He was a trooper. He was a trooper. Yeah, he was absolutely a trooper.
All right. Do we want to try some Never Have I Ever?
Yeah, tell you what, is there any other questions first before we do that?
Get this going.
Jill, Chris, Bob, any questions real quick while we're doing this? I hope you guys are entertained because
And
I'm having
I
a really...
want the audience to totally get involved. Like, we'll wait. I won't firecracker through these. So I definitely want.
Anybody?
Okay. Oh shit!
I'm
Heidi
having a
worked for
freaking blast.
Aeropostale. Oh, so Heidi worked for Aero. Did she bring Heidi to one of the Halloween parties? at Button
Yes,
Street? Yes.
yes, she came as Monica Lewinsky.
And I was pregnant Spice.
Pregnant Spice, yes. With Zach.
Yes, I am. Oh my god. Oh.
All right. Jill just says, confession time. I was totally and wholly in love with George David from Pax.
No way.
I knew that.
Bloodshot
I
Eye.
knew that. Oh, Bloodshot Eye. Shut up. Oh, my God.
I'm going to hell.
That is awesome. Jill, whatever happened? Because I go to look him up on LinkedIn, and he's like completely gone. Like,
Really?
he's MIA.
He was good. I liked working for him. Like,
George
I knew
was
he
cool.
was. Who was the guy above him? Larry David? No.
Larry David, he died. He had cancer.
I know.
No, motorcycle wreck. He got killed in a motorcycle wreck.
He came and did a visit in my Auburn store on Christmas Eve.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was like the 23rd or 24th, and it was late. It must have been the 23rd because it was late. We were open late, and I had a decent visit with him. It was really good. He was I thought we were done. So a song came on, and I sang out loud through the song, and he kind of not grabbed me by the arm, but he held me by the arm and was like, "Where'd you work before?" And I said, "Merry-go-round." He goes, "That explains your like lack of being a manager," or something. Something he said. I was just like, "Oh man!" I just went from an A+ visit to that zinger. I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I have a great store.
Yeah, but you know what though? Here's the deal. Like, and Jill can even attest to this one. Jill, you can totally attest to this one. Who was the first one getting completely wasted in all the district meetings in Anaheim for PacSun? Larry doing what? Spinouts in his Mustang in the parking lot.
No
to
way.
Show off everybody. Oh yeah. So you know what? Whatever. It is what it is.
Unprofessionalism. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He was the king of it as well. You know what though? You get a bunch of corporate people drinking and everything else.
Yeah. I was just like, oh man, really? Anyway.
Let's see. Absolutely in love with him. George is nowhere to be found on social media. Larry died of cancer.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, it was cancer. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I liked working for him though.
Larry was awesome. He was really cool. He absolutely was cool. But oh yeah, you used to tell me. Okay, so funny little thing. Jill was my DM, and she's the one that kind of molded me into a district manager.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Okay, truth, complete tea. This kid was nowhere ready to have that freaking responsibility because I was still a kid myself. And you know, years down the road, it ended up biting me in the ass with the company, and I ended up leaving. They're like,
it was just you learned from it.
You need to make a decision. So I ended up giving notice and I left before it turned into this big brouhaha. But I will say I learned a shit ton from Jill. Where I was in life, I wasn't quite ready for the responsibility like I am right now. You know, and here's the deal, like life happens year after year after year, and it's a growing process.
Mm-hmm.
And you learn and you learn from your successes, you learn from your mistakes personally and professionally. and it makes you a better person.
Amen.
You have to admit what your mistakes were. You have to admit when you fucked up, because that makes you stronger and it makes you who you are today.
Amen, brother.
So.
Can I get a hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Can I get an amen?
Hallelujah, hallelujah, bitches. I'm back again.
No, but Glenn, I can't agree more with that comment, that statement. Because like even now, my job isn't like managerial because I wanted that break. I just needed that break mentally. I don't like writing reviews. I'm not into that. Like I like kind of being in charge or being left alone. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. I lost where I was going. Anyway, but even if in my position, I'll admit to something stupid. I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, I fucked up. I didn't do that email or this or that. And they're like, oh, okay, just get it done. I'm like, yeah, it's just about owning up to it.
You know what's funny, Patty? I just kind of realized something, kind of like reading some of the comments and stuff, right? So, although we have been doing this now for an hour and a half, okay, we are completely doing talk radio. This isn't like an AAF show where like we're doing bits in between music. We're actually engaging and holding a conversation, and we have just completely proved to ourselves that we're a pretty kick-ass freaking team, man.
And I know,
I'm excited.
Glenn, if we did this every week, like this was just like I said, my thoughts tonight were I kept writing notes and stuff, and I sort of wanted to start off loosely based on interviewing you, my friend, maybe things I didn't know about you, or just bringing up certain things. And I knew that we could, if we had a little tiny nugget, we could break off into something.
Yeah.
And that's going to break off into something else and whatever. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I knew, like I told you earlier, if we're at the hour and a half mark and you just don't feel like this is doing anything, we can cut this loose and move on. But
I am loving it. And Jill just said one of the nicest things. OG, thank you for saying that. It means the world to me. Girl, you got me like I was hungry.
He loving you.
I was hungry, and you fed me the knowledge and what you knew at the time to be successful. And
she nursed you?
She
Sorry. I think those shots are kicking in, so bear with me here. I did do 3 shots.
Jill mothered me.
Change your shit
but
diaper. No.
She taught me a lot, and she taught me how to take advantage of an opportunity. And man, I came aboard to that company when there was like 221 stores, and I remember those numbers. And then between all the remodels and new stores and flying here to open a store and flying here to open a store, we knew that like Massachusetts was going to split into a district with PacSun. And it just kind of happened that way. And I had a great relationship with George and Larry. But I don't think maturity wise, I was in a place personally to make it be lasting and successful.
But you had to take that chance.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Can I tell a messed up story about Jill?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Be ready, Jill.
So Jill was visiting my store. We'll just say Solomon Pond, because I can't remember if she was my DM for Auburn at all, but we had shelving above my manager's desk, probably like 3 or 4, shelves above it. And I had like my binders and stuff like that, and I had a spiral notebook. Well, Jill goes to grab something, and the spiral notebook comes down and cuts her face. And I don't know if she was going out on this big date with Nate or someone, but she was mortified. I felt like the biggest asshole because it happened in my store. She's like, oh my God. And she had opened, I think she had to get stitches, and then she put like vitamin E. She opened vitamin E capsules. But she was so upset, and I felt so bad.
Oh my God.
Oh, do you remember that,
so
Jill? Do you remember that? When you got the scar? She writes, oh no, but I don't know if it's in regards to that. Yes, you had to get stitches. I know. I felt so bad. I was just telling someone that story a couple days ago. I'm like, oh my God, my DM, she was so cool, and I gave her stitches. Oh God.
That's a riot.
At least you're a good sport, my friend.
All right. So Patty, let's move on. Let's play some games. What do you got going?
Right,
Can I tell you, can Can I tell you real quick what's gotten me through COVID so far? Lysol disinfectant
Are you
spray.
spraying that in your mouth?
Spraying it up my ass.
Wait, that's got to be clean too.
Creamy peanut butter.
The smooth.
This is my bag of protein bars.
That's all you're being fed. You're a hospital.
Literally. No shit. I got fed a pot pie tonight. Ooh. But literally 9 pounds. I've lost 9 pounds this freaking week.
It's in that bag.
Saltines.
In case you have an upset tummy. Ooh, that's nice and long, baby.
Yes.
That's my rescue.
And my roll of paper towels.
In case you have a mess.
Yes.
Using the hole?
No.
All right. Sorry. Ah, look at that face. All right. Everyone play at home.
Okay.
So I'm going to read. And if they're cheesy, just say they're cheesy and we can move on. All right. I'm just going to read them. So you probably have played this, if not heard about it. It's never have I ever. So you just answer if you have or you haven't. Never have I ever been drunk.
I thought you said these were going to be good questions.
Okay. Never. Here we go. Never have I ever experimented to see my sexual orientation.
Have you met me?
Have you met me?
Yes.
So, do you think I have?
Say what?
Do you think I have
You have?
experimented?
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Look how
Girl,
quick.
please. It's on your wallpaper on your Facebook, okay? Oh,
Oh shit! Oh my god!
weekly or bi-weekly show.
Bye.
Why is it going to be bi-weekly? Girl, what you trying to say?
Just the truth, honey. No.
All tea, all shade, right?
Oh, never have I ever said I love you to get
Oh,
laid.
Chris just says to me, he's like, keep it up and you won't get fed tomorrow. Girl, I got my box of protein right here, and it's not a box, it's a bag, okay?
Bitch, I'm gonna send you a pizza. They gotta come to the window, knock, and leave it right in front.
Jill says, swallow bleach. It works. Trump says so.
Oh god. Oh,
All right, go ahead. Next one, Patty.
did you hear that one though?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Never have I ever said I love you to get laid.
I've never done that.
I think that's more a guy has to say it to a girl. I think it's just in a heterosexual relationship.
Guys
Do you
just want to
agree?
get laid. Guys just want to get laid. So
Right.
it's like
I don't think a
literally-
woman
Yeah.
I don't think a woman will have to say to a man, I love you to get laid. If a woman gives a guy a nudge or a wink, that guy's like, oh my God, she wants me. Ooh, you know? I think in a heterosexual relationship, the woman controls it.
No, yeah. I don't know. We could ask Jill. Mitch. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, so Keith is saying some guys will get a girl being polite to them. They'll automatically assume a girl wants their shit. Yes, we don't need to say anything.
Yeah. Next question.
Okay, I don't like this list. I think it's boring. Never have I ever done a handstand.
Wait. Jill just says, also, Mitch had the skinniest, tiniest duck ever. Oh, poor Mitch. Let's have a moment of silence.
Oh.
To his little duck. Okay, that's over.
All right, I'm going to look up dirty ones instead.
Yes, please.
Because that was boring.
Oh, Jill, I'm sorry about Mitch. We knew you meant Dick.
Okay. To Mitch, we give you this. He's playing a sound effect that sounds like that.
That woman praying.
I don't know. That's the best way I can say it. Never have I ever gone commando.
I go commando every day. I don't know what underwear is.
Is it more comfortable for you? You're not afraid of rubbing wrong?
I cannot tell you the last time I wore underwear. My bit's got to breathe.
Yeah, but I would think that the gene is going to get up in there and like mess that shit up.
No. As long as there's space to the left, it's good. It's got a place to
To the
sit.
left, to the left. To the left, to the left. I'm trying here.
That's all
All
good.
All right, you have to bear with me if I look down. These are so dumb. Never have I ever farted loudly in public. These aren't.
No,
I have.
I am very, very cautious of where I fart.
Why?
Like in the morning, like if I get up in the morning and go through like literally this way is my master bedroom and I pee, generally it's like it's like an automatic. That first morning pee, you fart in the process. I'll be very, very careful to make sure the door's shut because like I don't want the boys to hear. But what's very funny is sometimes I'll know it's going to be a good one and I'll grab my chick and go.
Can you tape that for me? Oh my God. Never have I ever lurked on an ex online.
No.
I can't say no.
Well, I know that's true.
Oh! Shade. Shade.
All tea, all shade.
Never have I ever peed in the pool.
I've peed in the ocean, not a pool.
Do the three of you all fit comfortably in the bed?
Yes.
That is from Jill.
Oh, the three of you fit comfortably in the. Yes, and I'll tell you why. As you see behind me, okay, that's the headboard. Okay, we have two queen headboards butted together because one half of the bed is a king size and this other size is a twin XL. So we've got the strap around both of it to make it one big bed.
Strap on?
This so it's basically a king and a half. So yes, between three adults and two puppies, it is sufficient.
But do you feel the seam? You don't feel the seam, right? You said you have that thing. The strap. You don't feel the seam of the two beds butted together?
No, Brad generally is like on this side right here, and like we're there, and there's like one little seam, but there's like this foam thing kind of in the middle that bridges the gap where the mattress is. So it's pretty decent. Jill said, "You said strap on."
All right, I'm trying again. Oh, these suck. Thanks, Google, for being an ass. Never have I ever played strip poker.
No.
I haven't either.
No.
Just not interested. Never happened. Not.
Never was in this situation.
Never have I ever hooked up with someone just to make someone else jealous.
Nope.
Oh, Jill writes, do we really believe G hasn't peed in a pool?
I haven't peed in a pool. I swear to God, I've peed in the ocean.
I've done both. I can't lie. I'm lucky that the water didn't change colors.
Well, next time you visit, I'm going to have to watch the pH. Stick their little dipstick in. And...
I like you. I would do that to you. What else do I have here? Never have I ever covered up a hickey. Have you given a hickey before?
Oh, I've totally given hickeys, and I've gotten hickeys. The thing with hickeys, the thing you don't know is if you take a regular comb and you keep combing and combing and combing and combing and combing, it sends the blood through that spot and it gets rid of the hickey
Oh. Have you practiced that?
a couple times.
Come on, I gotta go.
Honey, I'm not taking a freaking hammer and stabbing it into my neck. All right,
Oh,
it's a comb. Yeah.
Never have I ever had a friend with benefits.
I've had friends with benefits.
What was the benefit?
Getting off.
Dare I ask? Yeah. Never have I ever thrown a drink at someone.
Never thrown a drink. No Shangela moments there. Mm-mm.
Oh, Wicked Pistol Show, which is our engineer Bumpa, is saying it's calling bullshit. What do you call him bullshit on? Bumpa. Hey, what do you call him bullshit on? Oh, peeing in the pool. What? Hi, Chris. Hope to meet you in Brad. Oh, Jill, it was fun meeting. The first time I met Chris, I had already met Brad because I've met him just a few times.
You were my best woman at the wedding, for God's sake.
I was.
Which, by the way, I expect an anniversary card in 2 weeks. Next week.
You want a restaurant gift card?
I'll go to the Cracker Barrel. It's so classy.
I need my hash brown casserole.
Give me the hash brown casserole.
Oh, do I sound like that?
With the bacon. I want the bacon.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. All right, here we go. I think I got some. Never have I ever sent a dirty text to the wrong person.
That's probably my biggest fear. So if I'm something, if I am sending something inappropriate to my boys, I always double and triple and quadruple check.
Like
It's not like that. It's like not going to my owner's mother.
I know someone that actually did that. She sent the text to her boss, and it was meant for a man. Like, I can't wait to go down on you tonight. Blah, blah. She goes, oh shit, that wasn't for you. And her boss goes, yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
Hashtag sorry, Kristen.
That is like my biggest fear. Oh my God. All right. Let's ask for whoever's on. We still have a good amount of people on right now. And I'm only seeing, okay, obviously the Wicked Pisser is posting, Jill is posting, Chris is posting, but there's a bunch of people still on. Okay, so somebody needs to ask a question out in TV land. Would you ever? Anybody? Come on, questions.
So Wicked Pissa says, what's your most public expose? What's that mean? Oh, where's the most public place you've ever done it? That could be outside.
Patty, you go first, and then I'll answer this one.
I've done it in a park, and I purposely wore a dress, so my dress could be hiked up.
Of course.
I've also done it in a car outside of a grocery store, not realizing that an employee had walked to his car right next door to us during.
Hold on, I need to sip this.
What else? I had a lot of parking lot experiences.
Wow. So I think the only first and ever public display of affection, as we will call this, it all goes back to P-Town. Jesus, that place. Was on a cruise ship in like 2,000 people. And there it was. And there I was. And There it was.
But was it also happening in different parts by other people as well?
Only one other person.
No, meaning like were other people on that cruise ship participating with their own?
In various little pockets kind
Yeah.
of here and there. So as it was going on, it was like everybody's like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Can I have a burger, please? It was like it was that blasé about it, It was like no.
Were
big
you
deal.
able to
No,
but did you enjoy it?
it was different. It
Were
was
you
different.
a little nervous though because it was happening and you're like
No.
these people are looking or
No, because here's the deal. You are probably down this whole entire bottle by the time the cruise goes out and by the time the cruise goes back. And it's a 4-hour cruise. So everybody's pretty freaking wasted at that point. So it's really no big deal.
where on the ship was it?
Top deck, and there was probably about 1,500 people there.
Keith is doing this.
I get that high five across the airways, brother.
Get
All right.
some.
Get it, girl. Get it. Get it.
So Jill writes, I may or may not have done it in a car in a rest area on a highway in broad daylight. Hey! Woo! Little miss, dirty girl. Are you shocked? Is she tarnishing your memory?
Girl. I knew she had it in her.
There you go.
Yeah, literally. At the rest stop.
Oh, good work, Jill. These are so dumb.
This is awesome. Oh my God.
Never have I ever flirted to get myself out of trouble.
No.
These are gay. I don't like these. They're dumb. It's like, never have I eaten an entire pizza. Never have I ever eaten food out of a trash can. I gotta find some good ones. Anyway, what do you have for me, Glenn? I'm gonna put this on you.
So, Patty,
Yes.
how do I say this
Okay.
as I'm thinking of this question? Okay. Bucket list. Sexually. You can give me one thing out of the 5 that you told me about last week.
Oh shit! I did. I'm totally.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay,
I'm kidding.
Wait a minute. I'm like,
Not kidding. Not kidding. Not kidding.
let me see, because I've done a few already.
Oh, girl, I know you have.
I'm definitely interested in a cabin on a cruise ship on the balcony on the cruise ship. I like a little bit of exhibitionist, but I like the I don't know. I like it, then I'm timid. I'm like, is someone looking at me? I don't know. But I would definitely like balcony of a cruise ship. If I could.
Okay.
That's probably not that exciting.
So performing for the Dolphins.
Yeah. With my tits out.
God. Jill says bucket list, a Christian Grey like experience.
What is that? 50 Shades of? Oh yeah. Probably 50 Shades. Well, so my current boyfriend is a little frisky. So I get to experience a little bit of that. In certain ways. We'll just say there's some handcuffs.
Oh my. Oh girl.
I just need a headboard. But you know what I won't do? I don't want to be blindfolded and I don't want to be tied to a bed. I don't like that. I can't.
Love you, Donna. Donna's signing off.
Good
Bye,
night,
Donna.
guys. Thank you.
Love you, baby.
Thanks for joining us. I can't give up full domination. I can't. I need to control a little bit. Maybe I can't. I can pretend. I'll pretend like but I can't give up total control.
Wow.
Can you?
No, this boy's a pleaser. It's my role to always be the pleaser of things and make
so
sure.
does that mean you orchestrate as well?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh yeah. Total like I'll organize. I will be the aggressor to get things going. And then once it gets going, I will make sure people are satisfied before me, so to speak. And then I make myself kind of like last priority on that.
I hope you don't lose out though.
Oh no.
Because they might be tired out.
Oh, I'm sure they're tuckered. Absolutely, they're tuckered.
Tuckered out.
So it's like I'll be like, there's certain triggers for me that I'll just be like, stick this here, put that there, and let me do my thing, and I'll be good. And yeah, it's cool.
Bad motherfucker.
He's playing sound effects.
If I could clarify, I'm not hearing any of that.
It sounded like Samuel L. Jackson, like, yeah, motherfucker. Like, did you ever get off with a foot?
What?
Did you ever get off with a foot?
Oh yeah.
I've tried that, or the crook of my knee. Like, hey.
But the thing, it's like for that, it's like that's a trigger for me. Like a foot thing is kind of like a trigger thing for me, and it's got to be the right size and sort of shape, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So after people are like kind of taken care of, it's like,
yeah, this is what I need.
Yeah, this is what I need. Just like stick it there and whatever, and we're good. So yeah.
So Jill is writing in again.
Oh, she is.
Would you want?
I
to
think
try
Jill's
letting,
having a good time.
I hope so. Would you want to try letting him have control, like a super hot stranger, and then I'd want to have control? I guess so, because it would be the hotness of slowly being taken advantage of, but then flipping the switch on them and be like, "Yeah, bitch, this is what I'm going to do to you now."
Yes, mistress. May I have another?
Yeah, something. I had a good trigger the other day, which is weird. It was really strange. My trigger was he had his watch on. I don't know why, but it just looked sexy and hot to me. Don't ask me why. It's the weirdest thing ever, but it just looked like manly and like, yeah, you're taking me, and I don't. Is that too much?
Yeah.
But I don't know what the watch was. I kept looking at the watch, and I was like, "This is getting me hot." I don't know why.
Was there an episode of Desperate Housewives you were about to miss?
No, I don't watch that show. No, he had the watch on. I don't know.
Honey, Drag Race is going to be on in 15 minutes, okay?
No, it wasn't that. No, it just was like
Mona's going to work that runway.
No, it was like a manly thing. Like, this guy's a real man. He's manly the way he's handling me and the way.
Honey, finish up. Lawrence Chaney's going to be on the main stage.
I'm Lawrence Chaney.
Lawrence Chaney.
For people who don't know, that's from RuPaul's Drag Race UK season 2 that we're both watching.
Absolutely. Oh my God, that's awesome. Yes. All right, what else do we have on here? We talked about Drag Race. We talked about my COVID shit. We talked about music, and now it's just kind of like, I guess, wrap it up because we're coming up to the 2 o'clock, the two hour thing.
I think so.
I've had a blast.
I think this was fun though.
Blast. Absolutely.
And sorry if I kind of fizzled out on you on the end.
Oh no, totally good. This has been a really good flow. I've had a great time. For somebody who does a weekly show with, with Keith and stuff, you, Patty, and Keith, I think it's gone really, really well. This has been my first thing, and it's flowed. There hasn't been any awkward sort of.
And you know what, Glenn? Years ago, when you and I were supposed to do that tape together, I wouldn't have had the courage. I don't know how I had the courage with these guys. It was just, it fell into my lap, maybe maturity levels or whatever, and now you can't get a mic out of my mouth.
There you go.
I would love to be on mic.
Jill is signing off. Bye, Jill.
Jill, we're going to, honey.
No, I don't know. I think we should look at doing this next week. I think it's been pretty cool.
I do too.
So it's been a lot of fun.
And we'll be a little bit more prepared. I don't know. I think we were okay today.
You know what?
We just need a general topic idea to flow with.
Well, I had 2 very small little pages of notes.
Okay.
right? And I mean, we followed him, but it's just we kept going and going, and it flowed really well.
I
So
think so. I think it
Yeah.
was fun. So I had
high five to you, lady.
Yay, thank you. Yeah, it was funny because I'm like, is he gonna like if I just try to sort of interview him? Because that's what I don't know what I know to do. But
Yep.
I love this. I hope you feel better. I hope you get your taste back.
Thank you. Me too.
Let's definitely try this again.
Absolutely.
And,
All right. Well, people
give
out there
everyone more of
listening.
we'll give people more of a link notice and stuff. Hopefully, it was easy for people to jump in on the link and find it. And I think that's it.
I think maybe next week we do a Facebook invite
Yes.
party sort of invite and try to do it bigger. Because I mean, we had a decent crowd. You know.
Yeah, people jump
So
in
it's
out.
fun.
You know what? And a lot of people don't mention when they're in. They just kind of jump in here and there. That's
Right
why I
on.
like this. And this is also available on YouTube, on Periscope, on Twitch.tv, and it's all under the Wicked Pistol Show.
Absolutely.
Glenn, I love you.
Well,
Thank you for joining me
PattyCakes,
tonight.
you are my bestie,
Yes.
bestie, and family, and I love you very, very much, my dear. And this has been amazing to share this with you, and
Yes.
it's
I'm
been a
glad.
long
I'm
time
so
coming.
happy.
Oh, get rid of that shit.
Oh, what? Do you
Get
see
rid of
this
that.
video?
Get out of that. Get out of that.
Can you do a different video?
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, don't do this one. Honey,
Oh, that's gross. Get rid
don't
of
do
that.
this
That's
video. Don't. He does. Let's
That's
do,
gross.
'cause we played this. Do you want Little Miss John Wayne?
whatever. That's fine. That's fine. Patty,
Yes.
nothing but love. Keith,
Down, two
thank
down.
you for hooking this up, man.
He says you're welcome. He says thank you for hooking this up, Keith, and being our engineer tonight.
Absolutely.
All right, everyone. PattyCakes and the Rockstar are going to sign off for tonight. We want to thank you for joining us. Follow Glenn Stewart on Facebook if you want. I don't know if you
Follow
want that.
PattyCakes on Facebook if you want.
Yes, Wicked Pistol Show. And we'll let you know if we're going to do it. I think we are. But everyone, good night. Love you.
Good night, everybody. Be safe and be good out there and be nice to each other because
Yes.
this world is really screwed up right now.
If you can't love yourself, how you going to love somebody?
Good. Can I get an amen up in here?
Amen.
Amen. Let the music play. To the moon. To the moon. To the moon. I'm gonna take you away to the moon. All right. Bye, Patty.
She's a dead second wild ride, ain't going down to daylight. My kind of fun. She's a rock and roll turned up to 10, got a full house all in. The party's on. Yeah, borderline crazy, but I already know she's coming on strong. So baby, let's go. Yeah, go. Hey, yeah, time to let the horses run. Hey, yeah, you better hold on. Hey, yeah, this girl is like a loaded gun. Well, she's got her swagger on. She's Little Miss John Wayne. Yeah, Little Miss John Wayne. Up on the bar, whiskey strong, singing "Shook Me All Night Long." She's ready to roll. She's a